The final race of the weekend at Oulton Park, the penultimate round of BSB 2025. We know it's rumbling on to the finale at Brands. It's Ride versus Ray, and after that incredible performance from Brad earlier on this afternoon.
I'm interested to see what Cal's going to do here. Brad's going to try and bowl.
It really does deliver, British Superbikes. Will it stay dry? Hope so. Green flag waves at the back. We are good to go. 18 laps in Cheshire coming up. Lights out. Great start from Brad Ray. He's so good at starts, and he will lead into turn one ahead of champion Kyle Ride. Storm Stacey third. It's Haslam fourth. Iden, it looks like, just up to fifth, and then Tommy Bridewell, I think, just being passed there for sixth spot by Scott Redding. That's on the Hager PBM Ducati.
Exactly what we wanted, the championship protagonists out at the front. I'll tell you what, I don't know whether Brad Ray's ever tried drag racing, but he would make a good drag racer. Oh,
Leon Haslam.
Oh, having a low.
Almost 2-in-1 there for Haslam, number 91, who's been mugged, quite frankly, the last two races here at Oulton Park.
Yep, bit disappointed, but they're again really quite pleased to be on the podium twice.
No one scored more points than Leon Haslam in the last couple of rounds.
No, they haven't. No, highest point scorer at Assen.
Through Britons we go. Glenn Owen there thought about a cheeky
move. He did. He looked to be sat out on the bike as well, didn't he? Yeah.
Kyle Wright then attacking immediately on Brad Ray, but can't get through it into Hizzies. That was deep there from Brad. He left it very late to break. Haslam is up into third ahead of Storm Stacey.
Yeah, I'm sure the riders will have gone from a base setting, maybe made a few tweaks. You don't go too far. Because, as I said, conditions are different, grip levels are different to when we were here in April.
There is an argument for saying that Kyle Wright could quite happily just sit behind Brad
Exactly
Ray.
that, yeah.
But in recent times, Kyle's made a different stuff.
Yeah, but he's still got that championship mentality, I think.
Into Lodge Corner to complete lap one, then it is Brad Ray that leads on the Raceways Yamaha ahead of Kyle Wright. Look at that shot. The barrier warping. Oh, and here is Kyle up the inside of Brad Ray into Old Hall to take the lead. Leon Haslam very close up behind them as well.
Yeah, they've got Leon to worry about, because Leon should have a little bit of a quicker bite down the straight, might make it slightly easier for Leon to make a pass. And that might just muck the... Oh, here he comes.
He's going to go through on both of them potentially.
No,
here. Oh, and Brad Ray now goes up the inside into Ireland. And now coming back, trying to find another way through is Kyle. It's strange. These two have been fighting for the championship all season long, but haven't actually fought each other on circuit.
Exactly, they've not had a real big go at each other on track, have they?
Into Britons then. It's the two Yamahas and the Motor Rapido Ducati of Leon Haslam.
Yeah, that's confidence going into Isle of Bend, make a pass there. There's a big roller that these superbikes still have enough acceleration to wheelie over. It's such a difficult place to pass. As usual, Kyle just taking his time, doesn't want to make any rash moves.
Yeah, Brad Ray is leaving it so late to break to not allow Kyle through. He's just about making the chicane.
Yeah, but you can't defend this early in the race anyway, otherwise you cost yourself and your rival time and everybody else catches you up.
Kyle is properly trying to
nipping away
here.
Yep.
He's putting as much pressure on Brad Ray as possible. He saw the speed that Brad had earlier on in that tremendous race. But stay as they are for now, down into Lodge, the leading three. Bit of a gap back to Iden and Redding and Stacey. There's Charlie Nesbitt as well. Last lap, Kyle Ride went through into turn one. Is it going to be the same again? Not this time.
I'm just wondering if Kyle's thinking that Brad, given a couple of laps on his own at the front, does have the pace to get away, and he was just trying to maybe rough him up a little bit. It's not tactics that we used to see from Kyle, but I just wonder if that's what he's thinking.
Foot off the peg there for Kyle.
Yeah, but he does that a lot. We were startled about it at first, but he does that. But he has both legs off going into some corners.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. It looks frightening from our end, but it is something that he's used to doing. It's obviously not holding him back in any way.
No.
What we have seen from Brad at the start of the season, and let's assume Brad's got all that confidence back, is when he does hit his lines and he is out front and he maybe gets more than half a second,
he's at his best. He is absolutely at his best. We've seen him probably his worst when he gets mired down in traffic, particularly people he's not used to being around. But actually he made short work of everybody in that previous race today. It was brilliant.
which is why Kyle Ryde in second is trying to make him work for it.
That's I think what Kyle's doing, and I think if he gets close enough, and I think probably now it'll take a mistake from Brad to have that happen. I think Kyle will be keen to get past again, just to try and knock him out of his rhythm a little bit.
This is going to be the fastest lap of the race
from Brad Ray. Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Around Lodge Corner to start another one.
You give a lot, you're not thinking about that during the race when you've got everything else around a challenging circuit like this. You give a lot to think about already.
But he's in the low 135s.
Yeah, which we know he's capable of more, we know that, so maybe. But you don't want to back it up too much, because then you can get involved in the trouble you make.
Reading now is really with them, and Leon Haslam's got good drive out of Cascades, and now goes through on Kyle Ryde, and he's up into second place.
Yeah, Leon knows how to use the power of that Ducati.
What Brad does want to do, as James just alluded to there, is allow someone like Leon to now get through on him.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Is that group in fifth catching?
Yes.
Eden, Stacey and Bridewell?
Yep.
Yeah, they are. Nesbitt and Cook are involved in that as well.
Yep.
Glenn Irwin just on the back of them.
Fastest man on track last lap was Reading. He's right on the back of Kyle Ryde now.
Storm Stacey there through on Christian Iden to move up into fifth place. Been a good weekend for Storm. 2 fifth places so far.
Yeah, brilliant weekend for the youngster.
As things stand, Kyle Ryde, Brad Ray, 31 points would be the difference heading into Brad, and Leon would just be hanging on with 105 points available.
Around Druids, a big roller when you're going out of Druids, the bike's leant over, there's no weight on the rear as you go over that big compression, big roll, and then into the compression, and that's when the bike steps out.
So now Reading very much involved in this leading battle as we start lap 8.
Here comes Leon. Can he get it stopped? He's through.
He's through, and it was a 135.5. I really believe Brad has just been backing him up a bit here.
Well, he's got. That's a risky strategy. That is.
We'll know, because if he's able here
to get straight back
past.
Yes, I agree.
Let's see how he gets on, because this is where Brad Ray is so strong. Leon Haslam now then leads on the Motor Rapido Ducati. Ray can't get through there.
No, because Leon's got a little bit of lift on that Ducati down that straight into Ireland.
Through Shell Oil. This is intriguing. In the background, Stacey and Co are closing into Britons. It is a risky game to play.
The danger man here is Storm Stacey in fifth, because if he gets involved, he's got the power to do it. Here comes Kyle.
Kyle through. Is he going to get that stopped?
Yep,
just about.
He is.
Great move.
And if it is the strategy from Brad Ray, this is the danger right there.
So plan A there, not working out for Brad, and Storm Stacey, you're right, James, is closed up there on the Batham's AJN BMW.
Yep.
It's looking very good. But I'll remind you, these guys are lapping 1.5 seconds slower than normal.
Yeah. Well, if Brad's going to bite back, he's going to have to do it pretty quick, because otherwise he's going to be in a big load of bother from behind.
Brad thinking about the move again on Kyle into Island Bend. Is he going to have a look up the inside, maybe into Shell Oil?
Good last lap from Christian Iden. He's not too far behind Storm Stacey now.
Remember, Storm not had a podium this year. He'll throw the kitchen sink at this.
Yeah. Well, Storm's best rides have definitely been in the wet. He's won rounds, exceptionally good in the wet. He won Snetterton last year. However, he can ride in the dry as well.
You got 1.5 seconds covering the top 9 riders. There's Kyle Ryde. Pokes his nose through to lead this one.
That's his signature pass, isn't it? It's so clean. Many times you pass somebody into there and you run a little bit deep, but manage to hold everybody up and keep the position, but that's clean.
Now, Brad Ray might get a bit impatient. He needs to get through on Leon Haslam. The last thing he wants is to see Kyle vaulting off into the distance, and maybe the pace might be upped again shortly. Brad Ray looking for that inside line to go through on Leon Haslam, but not on this occasion. Christian Idden there, shaping up a move on Storm Stacey, the rider number 21 on the lime green AJN steel stock Kawasaki.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult for Christian Idden because we know how fast Storm Stacey's AJN Bethem's BMW actually is. It's a quick bike.
Almost on the grass there, Storm. Downhill and into Cascades.
Big fruity wide line down at Cascades from Storm.
Every line from Storm's quite
yeah, true, yeah.
Into Ireland Bendon on lap 10.
Here comes Leon. Did he make a pass on Kyle?
Yes, he's through.
Yeah, he's through.
Right, well, Kyle Ryde now coming under attack, isn't he, from
His championship rival.
Right.
Yeah.
Redding's been there in 4th. Just quite happy to sit back and watch how this one unfolds. They are properly bunching up now, this top 9.
Yeah, and this is so dangerous for a position to be in for. Here comes Kyle up the inside. Signature move, will he get it stopped? Yeah, perfect move. And he needs to keep doing this because if you're not got, here comes Brad.
Oh, he just missed that one.
He got it.
Squeezing
He
through.
got it. And do you know, this is a perfect situation where if you do not keep moving forward, you are definitely going to get moved back by somebody.
Brad Ray there. Maybe just sensed that Kyle.
He's got to go with him.
Get away.
He has no choice but to go with Kyle Ryde.
Yeah, he can't afford to lose any more points.
Not at all. We'll see what lap times are like if Kyle gets a lap or two on his own.
We're about to start lap 11 of 18. 4 races left in the championship. It's Kyle Ryde leading from Bradley Ray. Leon Haslam in 3rd, Scott Redding in 4th. They are still lapping a good 1.3, 1.4 seconds slower than we know they can go. Storm Stacey again, that wide sweeping line.
Yeah, this fanning out down into his lock chicane, the move from Kyle Ryde up the inside. We've seen him do it on many people. And look, watch Brad Ray, drops it deep. Yeah.
Oh, and Bradley Ray's now gone through on Kyle Ryde. Was that into Island Bend? I suspect maybe it was.
Yeah, because he's shown his pace in there, hasn't he?
Will Brad now be thinking,
I've got to go.
If it was his plan to begin with,
it's failed.
It's failed, and he'll be like, I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, under Kyle into Ireland like we thought. He's been quick there before. This is where Kyle's quick. Is he close enough to... No, he's not this time.
Yeah, Brad might just think, okay, enough's enough.
I've got to go now. Yeah, I think we're going to see what Brad's got, because if that was a plan, we're going to see from the lap times, if they drop now, he's failed. The plan to get other people involved. I mean, it makes sense, but you've got to have some flipping thought process to race a motorbike at this pace and still think about all that.
Especially around here.
Yeah.
And the short back straight, the approach to Lodge Corner. Brad Ray put together a good couple of sectors. He was very late on the brakes down.
He was there, yeah, he was. Back end losing a little bit of traction there. He looks quick now, though.
Yeah, over the line. He's dipped into the 34s there.
Yeah, and half a second quicker, pretty much half a second quicker than anybody else.
So Ray leads now from Ryde and then the train. Can they hold on if the pace is upped?
Yeah, this is the key lap for Brad Ray. If he's got anything left in his pocket, we're going to see it this lap, I'm sure.
Leon Haslam there, up alongside Kyle Ryde now and using the speed of that motor rapido Ducati to go up into 2nd place.
Yep.
Scott Redding, is he there to pounce as well on Kyle?
Yeah, now it's Kyle Ryde who's got to be careful. If Brad Ray is checking out, then Kyle can't afford to get dragged back into this baying pack of about 8 riders.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Kyle here is going to need maybe that signature move you just mentioned, James.
Yeah, he's got to keep going forward. He's got Scott Redding on a Ducati behind him. That'll be sharp enough down the straight to make a pass.
It's not close enough to go through on Haslam here. Brad Ray was just a fraction quicker than this lot through sectors 1 and 2. As it stands, 31 would be the gap. That's what we came into the weekend.
Yes, it is.
With.
Yep.
So you would still say that's very much advantage Kyle Ryde going into Brands.
Yeah, but it gives. It could have been worse for Brad. The confidence is running now with Brad, I think.
And as the pace has been upped, 1 or 2 now just struggling to live with it.
There's still a big pack though there that you don't really want to get involved in if you can't ride.
Over the line there for Brad Ray, he leads from Haslam. 34.9 again, but 34.6 from Haslam, and he leads going through at turn 1. That was a big lap there, and
Might be a
especially...
cutback on here. Yeah, well, actually, Leon knew there was a cutback. He knew he lost a little bit of time. He went in a bit hot, got the position, lost a bit of time coming out, but defended really well.
One thing that is nice to see.
And ready through on Kyle Ride.
Oh, it's another place lost. Kyle's not completely willing to let him through, and Storm Stacey's hungry there as well.
Yeah,
and
but
he's waiting, and he's going to have a look on the inside.
This is what I'm saying. If you're not going forward in this kind of company, you're going backwards.
Kyle then losing precious points here as it stands.
Yes.
However, Haslam it is that leads. Tommy Bridewell now in this party, and Glenn Irwin. How nice is that to see on the Nitrous Competitions Yamaha?
Yeah, the danger's not over for Kyle Ride here. Storm Stacey, difficult man to pass, as is Scott Redding, because they've got sharp bikes.
Scott Redding up the inside of Bradley Ray. Brad knew it was coming as well. And Christian Idden has just gone through on Kyle Ride. And Glenn Irwin now is on terms with his teammate.
Yeah.
The best we've seen of Glenn on the Yamaha.
Yes,
it's Haslam, Redding, Ray. I don't know where to look.
Yeah, watch Storm Stacey, because he's got the...
Glenn, a bit wild out of Old Hall. And the speed now of that BMW.
It could just be a bit of a difference here. Let's have a look. No, not this time. We know how quick Brad is into Island Bend.
We're coming to the closing stages of this one. Scott Redding has worked his way through to try and contend for the lead now. It's Haslam that leads from Redding. Brad Ray in third. Stacey, hungry, busy on the BMW in fourth. Then Idden, then Ride. Just seems like out of corners at the moment, those Ducatis are just hooking it up a bit better.
Yeah,
here comes Brad Ray as well. He was coming through, but it is Redding that leads.
That's deep.
And Kyle Ride has got back through on Christian Idden as well.
And that's one of his best mates.
Scott Redding there.
But all this is costing Kyle time, you know.
Lapping in the late 1:35s.
Yep, they're not quick times, but there's a reason for that. They're all lapping the same, so it's either a grip thing or they haven't a lot of setup time.
No, true, very true. No dry practice time at all this weekend. Storm Stacey now at the inside of Bradley Ray. So Storm potentially now on for his first podium of 2020.
Yeah, more importantly, it puts Kyle at the back of his right behind his championship rival. Look, they won't care about anybody else if they're together.
Brad Ray, is he just running into some issues here with grip? His pace has dropped significantly. The rider in fourth, and this will be music to the ears of Kyle Ride in fifth. Brad now trying to get alongside Storm Stacey into Island Bend, and that is a nice move.
Yeah, it's a nice move with a bike that just hasn't got the pep of the BMW down that little bit of a straight, so good move.
Into Shell Oil. Redding on this lap, just able now to try and stretch his legs on the Hager PBM Ducati.
You've got to feel a little bit sorry for Leon Haslam if it ends like this, because I mean, great meeting, but you would be disappointed not getting a win.
Although he will have that really, really long shot of the championship.
Still got it at Brands, yes he will, yeah. 105 points available at Brands, and I think he's 105 points off the lead now, so all he has to do, I'm saying all he has to do, got to finish in front of Kyle, and then he's got a long distance shot at Brands, like you say.
Over the elite to start the final lap of the race here at Oulton. Storm Stacey attacking Brad Ray on the approach to Old Hall, but can't get through. Kyle Ride there looks like fifth at best for the defending champion.
Yeah, I'd agree, and at best. And that's not over yet.
Leon Haslam, who's been robbed of victory in 2 races this weekend at Oulton, looking to be the man that robs Redding of glory.
Not a safe fifth for Kyle Ride, this.
Now he's got 2 Kawasaki's up
right behind
him.
Yeah.
Will Haslam have a bite here? Is Haslam leaving it until Lodge? Can Brad Ray get himself close enough to have a look? Brad Ray, one of his favourite moves, remember, is into his. He's on the exit, kind of on the approach to Knickerbrook, that cut back.
Yeah, the problem Haslam's got is they should be exactly the same in terms of pace down the straight, his and Scott Redding's bike.
There is Kyle, as we said, fifth at best for him. It's Redding that leads from Haslam, Ray and Storm Stacey, let's not forget, looking for his first podium of the season. Brad Ray there, was he just shaping up one of his favourite moves? Don't think he's going to make that one stick.
Yeah, I think all he's going to get is fifth.
Leon Haslam now, he's got closer to Scott Redding in pursuit of victory. He's taken a nice line through Druids. This gives him the opportunity. He's already into the wheel tracks of Scott Redding. Brad Ray is there as well. Defensive from Scott Redding. Haslam, will he have a look? No, he won't. He's going to take a sweeping line and try and run into the line. Defending for his life is Kyle Wright. Scott Redding wins. What happened to Haslam? He's got it wrong. Brad Ray takes second. Storm Stacey just about gets fourth. Oh, yes, Kyle Wright does stay in fifth place. Goodness me. An important second for Brad.
Yes, it was.
But what happened to Leon into the final corner? Scott Redding victorious here in the Hager PBM Ducati, but Haslam, I think, went wide down into Lodge, and
yeah,
that allowed Ray through.
Yeah, and that could be really, really important for the championship. Great route from Scott Redding.